Hello, I'm Mark Gibbens. I'm the Chief Financial Officer of Gamechange Solar, a US-based company and currently the number 3 in the utility scale solar tracking market. Sure, Gamechange Solar was a company that was formed in 2012. We originally only did racking technology, and in 2015 we launched 1P trackers. 2018 we launched 2 portrait mode trackers, and then most recently we've developed terrain following trackers, and then specifically for the Indian market, we developed a 1 portrait 2 row tracking system designed specifically for the geography and the economy of the Indian market. So Gamechange Solar, and what's important about utility scale solar tracking is each particular array is unique. So every single time we have to adapt to the topology of the land, the soil quality, whether it's rocky, clay, sandy. We have to adapt to the weather conditions. Could we have cyclones, hurricanes? Will we have hailstorms in the US? Will we have snow loads in higher regions? And so it's very important as we build an adaptable structure. And the unique thing about Gamechange is we can follow the terrain easily. We can adapt to these extreme weather conditions in a way that we believe no other company in the industry can. Absolutely. So in terms of the geography and the impact on the region of the world, I'll give you a few examples. In the United States and Florida, you have the risk of hurricanes or cyclones or typhoons. And the wind speeds can amount to almost 250 kilometers per hour. We have adapted our systems both structurally, but also with the software algorithms to be able to mitigate the effects of those high winds to reduce the risk of damage to solar arrays. If you look in other regions of the world, particularly, for instance, in India, you may not have the high winds, but you had a different levelized cost of energy demanded, which required that we re-engineer our product to be a 2-row system, that it gives a much more economical approach, but also generates the high energy requirements. Australia, a completely different market. So in each market that we enter, we have to adapt the structure and the algorithms we run to provide the best levelized cost of energy, so the best cost of installation, the best energy output, and the best way to mitigate potential damage to the solar array. There's a lot of trends, and those trends are interestingly different in each part of the world. But what is common across the world is an increasing use of energy on a per capita basis. So even in places like the United States, where energy demand has been very flat for almost 20 years, with the adoption of things like more electric vehicles, higher manufacturing content, or importantly, artificial intelligence-based data centers are driving significantly an increased demand for energy. And the great thing about solar energy, it's one of the fastest to install. You can get a site, find a site, and build it completely in under 18 months, which makes it highly adaptable to increasing demands for energy. So that is the biggest trend we see. We're also seeing a much greater diversity of sources of key components. Several years ago, you didn't see, let's say, solar panels being manufactured in India. Now we have a significant output of solar panels coming from India, which gives us a much greater opportunity to build solar arrays throughout the world.